I'm recording. Okay. So also guys, if you can get a pillow or like if you have a kind of a soft ball like this, so we're just going to have something that we're going to do a little bit of breathing with. Okay. So I want to start with that. So if you even just a yoga block can work, but it'll be a little bit hard, but a pillow, rolled up blanket, rolled up yoga block, something along the lines of that will be helpful. We're going to do that breathing, okay, where we're going to just bring awareness into bringing air into our diaphragm, expanding underneath our rib cage. And we're going to move that air into different areas, but we're also going to use the ball as when you inhale, it's almost like a nice little softening massage. So you can think of both ways. All right, so you're just going to go ahead, take that ball, bring it into your thighs, find yourself in a child's pose. Let your like upper back just roll over to the side. You're going to take that inhale through your nose, right? And then exhale with a soft jaw. 5 breaths here. Inhale with your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Exhale, letting the jaw open slightly. And we want to hear it like fogging a mirror till it's fully expressed. Finding relaxation. And then inhale again on a natural timing that the body wants to inhale. Fully inhale. We'll do one more breath. Let your head relax. Take a moment, notice how that feels. Oh, brings in yawns for me. It's a different feeling as in this thoracic spine. Let's come to the side. We're going to bring that into the side of the rib cage. Okay, put that arm long. Relax your head. I like to put my hand on this side. A big inhale through my nose. Exhale. Fully. Same breaths here. Noticing relaxation with each one. One more breath. Oh man, that one always is bringing in yawns for me. Puts me in a good coaching place. Letting any static energy that might be stuck, switching over to the other side here. Taking your time to be with this, not like doing it as reps, but like being patient to let the inhales in. Be patient to when you naturally want to exhale, and be patient to let the exhale complete. And then also patience before you inhale again. Really noticing in those pauses what you feel, giving yourself that chance to notice the difference between an inhale and an exhale. Last breath. Take a moment, notice how that's felt before you bring that to your upper back, the back side of your rib cage between the shoulder blades, allowing yourself to find a spot where you can relax. Put something on your head if you need to, if it doesn't come to the floor and it feels like it's cranking your neck. And taking those same breaths. Same patience, same presence, same awareness. Maybe bringing in a new felt sense of being held by the ground, your feet rooted. Maybe even seeing what it feels like to get those arms up overhead. Notice on that exhale how that can really give a nice stretch to your diaphragm. After that stretch, how that inhale feels. You're gonna slowly bring yourself out of this, orientate yourself with a little look around the room. You might feel a little different, right? That was a lot of air. Oh, check in on that thoracic. We're gonna meet ourselves on our mats in all fours, okay? Finding yourself, checking in to those new spaces around your rib cage, just doing some thoracic circles. While you're doing that, let's put our fingers to the outsides of our mat and just move into those wrists. Noticing what the shoulder blades are doing along the rib cage, just really coming into that felt sense. Oh, back and forth. We'll go ahead and put our fingers back behind so they're facing to our knees. And I just invite you to come to your pelvis and map it around. Just start to get curious of tucks and tilts and moving to different sides. And then I need to get my computer back on because it stopped showing me the workout. Technical difficulties, real life, I guess, right? We're leaning into real life. We're gonna come on in. Might just move this bench for right now. Out of the way, we'll bring it back after. I'm gonna get you to get your band. Okay, we're gonna come into a banded bird dog. So you're going to put that on your foot like this. Okay, and if like you have one that's not like this and it's like one of those more thicker ones, just put it on your knee and we'll do just arms first. Okay. Or you can tie it in a knot. Okay. So you're gonna come on in and find yourself on all fours. We're gonna take that inhale and that exhale, finding that core. You're gonna push that leg out. Just feel that tension. Push that leg out and know what it feels like to keep your hips facing the floor. Something you can do to keep your self honest here is putting like a plate or like not plate, this is a pad on your back or something, a yoga block. And then just pressing out to notice where is it and having that feedback. Where does my leg want to go that I don't arch? Okay, that I keep those seat bones and we can just hold out there for right now. Get a good felt sense of that and then bring it in. Now, depending on your tension, I find it easier if I'm going to do my arm first. So take my arm out, then my leg, and hang in there for a second, maybe one breath. You can bring it back in and then back out at the same time. Actually, I'm doing better now. Second set of these today. First class, I was like, wow, I have to do my arm first, then my leg. Okay, we're just gonna get 5 of those. I want to just check it. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that pad on my back. Yeah, just feeling what that tension feels like. Beautiful. Once you've got 5, you're gonna switch that over to the other side. We're just getting a nice little wake up call into what we want to be felt today. Okay, in that core, in where we want our hips to be, where our sternum wants to be, rib cage, pelvis stacked, how we address the floor, and the right amount of tension. Noticing how much control it takes in with that band as well. So I'm not just dropping that down. Five reps there. And when you're done, just find yourself in child's pose to feel the other side of that. just for 1 second, finding the other side of it, going, oh, wow, what muscles do I feel after I've done that? Now, Kate, you're going a bit high and that you are arching your back at the top of that. So whenever you're going too high, it looks like this in your spine. Okay, so you want to find where you kept that rib cage stacked over top of the pelvis and the shoulder, probably pretty close to where it is in your ear. Yeah, nice. Okay, we're gonna take a moment, breathe, notice new sensations in our body. And from here, I really am got myself in a pickle here of tightness with objects and stuff. You're gonna come on in and go to a shoulder clock. Okay, so 5 of these on each side. Up, glute up, hip circle, only going to what's available. You can play with the angle of that arm. Now, what you want to think about in that arm is that your armpit's towards the floor, palm on the floor. The other side's like a push-up. Heel up, feel the glute activate. Enjoy this opening through that whole body and a nice chest stretch. So it's like a cross-body stretch. Finding your right angle, heel up, over. Treat it like a hip circle, lubricating that hip. Getting your bang for your buck. One more on each. We have a lot of upper body today, okay? We will work our legs, but we have a lot of upper body. Take a moment, just feel the other side of this. I like moving in side to side of my child's pose. It feels nice. What we're gonna do, again, I've really put myself in a corner here today. We're gonna come on in and find a Superman. So I want you to push the tops of your feet into the floor. I want you to squeeze your inner thighs. Turn and inhale with your belly. Exhale. Keep that on, and we're going to go all the way around. Bring that to our back. Come all the way up overhead. Squeeze. Push your knees down maybe, and go for a push-up. Lower down where the whole body comes together. We're going for 5 of these. Turn that whole body on. Noticing the joints can move well while you have a strong plank. Okay, go for 3 more of those. So 1 push-up, yeah. Superman swimmer. Feel the core on as you move those shoulders. Once you've done 5, come back into that child's pose for a minute. Feel the other side of it. Notice how your breath is different. Notice how your cells feel. Notice your joints moving better. Notice that alignment that your body naturally feels. Taking a moment, just 5 reps of those, right? Just 5. And then we're gonna come meet back in child's pose. Good work. Nice. Good. Amazing. So just 5, right? We're coming into child's pose. Good. Take any good breaths that you need because I want you to notice something. I'm going to tell you something. I want you to pay attention to your response to what I'm saying. 5 burpees are next. Like, what in the warm up? What are we doing? I want you to take a moment and just honor what actually came in. I want you to notice the thoughts. Okay, I want you to notice how your body's feeling about that. Let's have a little pep talk and just remind ourselves that burpees are going to be a squat. Okay, they are going to be, you can walk yourself out, but they're coming into that plank push-up that you just did. Okay, your knees can be down. You can walk yourself back to a squat if you want. These are our first set of burpees. Maybe each burpee, because there's 5, you're going to progress yourself into having a little bit more movement. But what I want these to be, because we know is what we pay attention becomes our reality. So burpees are about getting mobile. They're about getting all your joints lubricated. So can you come on in and think about a burpee is getting down to the floor and getting back up? So can I squat? I could walk myself out. I can jump out to plank. I can put my knees down. I've just done those push-ups. I could even use a child's pose here. Bring my legs in. What does that feel like? I also could even raise the floor because I know that I'm just trying to help myself warm up and lubricate my joints. So 5 reps on your terms that your body needs and progress them each time to just build a little bit more trust. Good. Notice if you are a version of you that's going, oh, burpees, I can get these and crush them. Yes, you can. You're right. But is that the intention behind them right now? Nice. Just 5. And then we're going to stand up. You can also be even coming here, adding in one leg up, starting to add into some lunges, right? Make them feel good. Notice how you feel after doing 5 burpees with that kind of intention, okay? The fast way to warm up your body, we just use the whole body. We got the heart rate going, we got the breath. I want you to be with that. I want you to notice it. Move your body in a way that feels like the cells, how they feel about it, okay? Shake out any areas that maybe are a little bit nervous about it. Touch it if you need to. Move your body in a way that it needs, okay? We need to now move on in. I want you to get yourself a kettlebell, reset kettlebell swings. Okay, so medium weight. We're just warming up. We're working on our positions. Okay. And then also we are going to work on our push-ups a bit here. Okay. Yeah, push-ups and planks. All right. So if you need a bench, I don't think you can see my bench anymore. I brought a bench today. Okay, to give you options for these. So reset swings, let's go for 6. You guys have been here for a while, so go ahead, use all those open joints, that core that we woke up. Remember to have patience for it to hit the zipper, stand to plank, back down 6 reps. Where are you looking? Right, inhale, bring that kettlebell back with your lats. Exhale, push away the floor, open the hips. Excellent, amazing. Good. 6 sets. Make sure you're not just tapping the floor. It's a chance for you to check because you're losing position. Okay, you got to check that you have your position right. Here's some things I'm noticing. Okay, I want to go back to these reset swings right away to apply it. So beautiful setups to start. Watch me. Okay, so what's happening is you start up, you set that up, you get about 2 in. You just tap, you go. Now our endurance went to this. Can you see that my positioning did not start to keep yielding that weight? So I started to lose energy output, energy output, energy output. So here's what you need to think of. Have your patience come here, but on the way down, yield that weight with your hips, right? Instead of, can you see that subtle difference? That's gonna matter. Yield it. Stand up, okay? Let's go for it. 6, yield. Yield, and that's with an inhale that yield. Good. Yes. Shove your hips back to break. Absorb that weight with your inhale and cushions in your joint. That's going to help you to brace yourself in impact in any kind. Good. If you trip and you have to reset yourself, this is training your body to break yourself with your hips rather than with tension. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do, and this is where you might want a bench, okay, to rise up your floor, maybe even if you have a step, feel like this might move. We're gonna come on into those tall kneels that we've been doing. Can you guys see my bench in there? I'm so small on my phone today. I like to be on my knees for this, but thing that needs to happen is that tall kneel that we worked on opening up through the hips. You're gonna come on in, keep that plank, catch yourself, push away. Okay? Catch yourself, push away. Needs to be a place where you don't feel like you're jarring yourself. If you're feeling pretty good about it, then you can come in. I feel like I don't have space. Don't want to hit that bench. So coming in, I got to keep this open, stop myself. I can do a push-up and bring myself back. Or if I'm feeling real spicy, from here. Okay, so just 5 reps. And it doesn't have to be, yeah, you can close your hips to walk yourself back up. So you can come here, close your hips, come back up. Okay, just 5 reps. Teaching yourself to absorb your weight with that inhale as well. Yeah, good. Beautiful. We're going to come on in and come next into a plank. Okay. Jeepers. Lots of technical difficulties. So in our plank today, we're going to go ahead. Elbow's going to go down. Elbow's going to go down. Press up, up. Other side. Elbow down, down, up, up. Noticing my hand is replacing where my elbow was. If you need your knees to be down, go ahead. And if you have something here, I invite you to notice, because we need those hips to stay square. Okay, so I don't want to rock these side to side. All right, so go 3 on each side. Good. Same arm. Have a great day. Same arm and same, like goes up and down, then the other side. Up and down. Good. Get 6 in total, right? Everything is, oh, there we go. Oh, my computer just shut down. That's great. What was next? Oh, pogos. Pogos are next on the menu, okay? So let's go ahead. Come on up. I want you to take that plank position that you just felt, okay? Notice how good it feels. We're gonna think about that absorption that we just felt, right? We felt that whenever we were coming in our reset swings, and we felt that in our push-up, right? We had to absorb the weight. So we're gonna take those 2 and come into pogos. Okay, so I want you to get 30, actually let's do 20 reps for height. You guys have been doing them, so I just want you to go ahead, make sure you're breathing. 20 reps. Let those arms help. That's it. Good. No necks helping though. Yeah, 20 reps. You're counting them yourself. You're so in your body. Notice if your neck's trying to lift you up, bring your chin level, find your place to focus at. Take a break, reset. Notice how you feel. Do kind of inventory on how do I need to feel a little bit safer after jumping. Okay, so jumping can be pretty high impact and the body can be like, what? Especially if we don't do it a lot. We need to feel safe here. So go ahead and ask what your body needs to feel safe, because we have one more set of these. 20. I did see that we're looking up, and I want you to notice what that is like in my neck. And if I'm doing that, I'm going to feel a lot of pressure. So can I find my place that I look at in my reset swings and my squats, everything? Find that place, that focal point, and go for 20 reps. Make sure you're using your nice expanded breath, feeling nice and buoyant, but strong. That's good. Where are you looking? Shouldn't be looking up. You're going to find that slight down. Excellent. Okay, take a moment, do inventory. Notice how you feel. And here's what you're doing next is you're going to go ahead and do 5 burpees. This time you're taking all versions of yourself. You're going to take the parts that absorb. You're going to take the plank. You're going to take the pushes off the floor. You're going to take the pogos. And I invite you to start to notice hips are moving. How can that look? Where am I looking as I jump up from my pogo? 5 reps. Yeah. Absorb that weight whenever you land, even in a burpee, right? Nice. Get your 5 reps in and then take a break and notice. Good. That was a great absorption. Nice. Okay. Taking a moment, noticing how you're feeling. I'm just coming back to my computer turning on. Wow. Technical difficulties at their best today. But look at us showing up. I feel like it's very consistent for us. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Got spice for you today. Okay, we are going to do a kettlebell devil press. Okay, we're going to get 3 on one side, 3 on the other. These are burpees on steroids. Okay, so you're going to come on in. You're going to have your kettlebell here at the side. You're going to go ahead, find yourself down onto the floor. You're going to do a push up. You're going to go ahead and clean and press. Pull it down, reset. Down we come, clean, and press. 3 of those on one side. Then you're going to switch it over and do 3 on the other. Have fun. Weighted burpee. Don't forget the push-up. So Kate, remember you still have to hinge drop. We're applying all things. So when you clean, come here. Bring that kettlebell, goes out front here. You still got to apply all the pieces. This is layering. So do you want a visual again? Watch. I'll do it on this side here. So I'm going to come in, my bell's out here. I'm going to go ahead, come here, find my setup. Swing clean, press, come here, and out. Now I'm ready for my push-up. Come in, swing clean, press, and that back reset. That's it, 3 of those on each side. Lots of time to spend awareness in your body. Good, nice, Kate, I like that. That was good. Nice push jab. Yeah, good swing clean, nice press. Other side's on, beautiful, nice reset back. I'm loving these. Good, only 3 on each side. Then I want you to take a nice recovery position that feels good for you. Could be standing, could be child's pose, could be lying on your back, could be anything that your body wants to recover from this. Well done. Shake her out. Shake her out. Beautiful work. Ah, how are we feeling? I notice thighs. I know it's lying down. I notice side to side steps. Gorgeous. You know, take a moment, recover, and what you're going to do next is go for 5 burpees. I want you to do it without weights. I want you to notice with all of those safe positions you just put yourself in. We're going back to burpees. You're like, what the heck, Amy? How many burpees are we doing today? I want you to honor that part of you that thinks that, but I want you to notice how good these are feeling, and then both get to be true. Burpees get to feel in my power. They get to feel good. They get to feel like I am mobile. I could get up and down off this floor. No big deal. I'm going to pay attention and notice, do I go to burpees and go back to a version of me that lets go of open hips, that doesn't honor that I might need a lunge to do that, to get to the back of my hips, that I let parts of me feel in pain while I do this. You need to honor that and notice that. That's just information about how your autopilot runs when we take chaos into the picture, when we put survival energy into your body. How are you responding? Still with kindness to your body, or are you forcing yourself into something that doesn't feel good? That's just good for you to know, and a conversation with you. We're going to take a good minute break now. I'm going to time that for you guys, okay? You're going to notice what you need to recover. You're going to take any of the information that you learned about yourself. What are you feeling? How's your body speaking to you? What do you need to do? Because we're going back to the weighted kettlebell devil's press, they're called. Very appropriately named, I would think. If you're feeling good, you could slow this out and put it into a snatch. So then you have to still make sure we're adding an extra layer of flow, but it doesn't look much different, okay, in the patterns that we put in our body. So here, I'm going to swing, snatch it up, and then remember that flick, I'm going to reset, bring it down. All right. When you feel ready, make sure your breath is ready, your heart is ready, your body is ready, your cells are ready, your intention's ready. Good, go for it. 3 on each side. You can keep it at clean and press if that feels better for you. Nice. Good. Beautiful. Find the right spot for you. Yeah. Oh, is that power? Good, good. How you respond to that, right? You know, for next rep. Oh, I have a lot of power. Yeah. Nice. You guys are crushing it. You're doing so great. Well done. I love this. You guys are doing so great. Notice that arm is staying pretty straight, Deb. That's why you feel like you're being pulled backwards, because the whole energy is going this way. You come here and start to remember it's just going to go in the same path the clean and press went, but you're bypassing the shoulder. So it has to go in the same linear path, though, not like an arc. No hand on your thigh. That will make you have less energy on the other side. That was a great pass. Good. You want to swing that other arm with you for next rep. Good. Noticing and taking a break because you have one more set. Obviously, you know you got to go test back your burpees, but we have to make it a habit of checking in. Checking in. That's a good snatch. That's it. There we go. Nice set down. Well done. Just notice that hand on that thigh on the other side means that we're letting one side work and the other not. Okay, so we got to make sure we keep both sides of us on. Make sure you get a good amount of rest before you go test out your burpees. Yeah, notice how more open your hips are. Notice how stronger you feel. Notice that this doesn't feel like you are gripping through, gritting through. This is you feeling into your body and feeling empowered, strong, powerful, graceful, lubricated. Okay. Notice the shoulders are moving while the breath is expanding your rib cage, your pelvis. Your cells have blood flowing through all parts of you, not just your limbs. Okay. All parts of you are on board. We're not in survival, we're thriving. The heart rate can be a little bit slower. It's still going to be faster than resting, but it's not to a point where it feels like it's surviving. We'll do that sometimes, but right in this one, you're noticing, oh, wow, I could find endurance in stress. Well done. We're going to move on from this, okay? We're going to notice, where are we at for time? Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to come on in and do some, we're going to come on in and get into some swinging and some lateral lunges. Okay, so we're going to come on in, find your kettlebell in a goblet position. Okay, we're going to keep it in the center of us to remind our sternum and hips to face forward. And we're going to come to a lateral lunge and push off where that's straight. So that will change. If I try and go deeper, this kettlebell is going to be what I need to notice that it rotated. It's away from the front. Notice where it is, front. Can you yield that weight? Inhale, exhale. 5 on each side. Good. Beautiful. I find it's much better to go 5 all to one side because that many reps in a row, each one, it's like, oh, right, oh, right. It's not like starting over. That can be a progression, but if you find that it's not looking the same, because this side, when you're going to your left, Deb, is like this leg's taking the load and bracing, so you can't get any further because you don't feel safe. So if you take a couple, you might loosen in your hips and your pelvis to think it's okay and safe. That's a smoother one. So try them in a row and go, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay here. Yeah. Once you got 5 on each side, it needs to take a nice little reset, a break. Notice how you're feeling. And then we're going to come on in and get a kettlebell swing weight. And we're going to go for 5 kettlebell swings. But we're doing the lateral push off. Okay. So yield and bring that leg up. It's just a tap. Okay. 5 or 10 total, but 5 on each leg. Lateral swings. That's it there. Now you found it, Kate. That was, those last 2 were different. I just want to show you. I'm trying to figure out. I like that you just were come here and then you stayed in the same spot as opposed to just out to the side together. Oh, that was really exaggerating it, but yeah. Take a 30-second break. You're going 5 lateral lunges again on each side. I want you to notice your breath, notice that sound. I needed that sound. I invite you to notice when you need sound. Have a good day. Okay. 5 lateral lunges on each side. Really push that hip back. Push that hip back. Yes. Good. Notice this is pushing off. That one that you're landing on is pushing back. So you're going to feel that in the outside of this glute, but you're also, when you come here, you're going to feel some inner thighs have to pull, some adductors working. Have a great day. Good. Good. Get those 5 reps in. Set the bell down pretty. Notice when you're tired that putting it down of the bell matters. right till the final time. Be in control. Shake out, get what you need. We have one more set of lateral swings and then a little bit of arm farm. I'm gonna do something with our towels here. Okay, here we go. Lateral swing. So take a break, yeah. Yield it, and then just bring this foot up to come closer to this foot. Bring it down, yield it to come closer. So it's, you got to still move your hips, open them. That was the only thing, you just hips weren't opening. Get in a reset swing, that's it. Up, there you go. Yeah, find your focal point. Where are you looking? Yeah, there's your balance. Hips still do the work. Open and close. Yep. Yield the work. Yield the work. That's it. Take a nice little reset break. Woo, woo, woo. While you're recovering, I'm going to show you what we're doing. This is why I wanted you to get a tea towel. You're going to come on in. We are going to have a nice, pretty lightweight. Okay, you're going to find your plank position. We're going to bicep curl with a towel for 10 reps. Nice. Make sure that you keep your hips open, rib cage stacked. Okay. Feet underneath your hips. Both of you could probably get a little closer. Yeah. Arms all the way straight. Gorgeous. You're going to then come and find a bench and or a chair. And we're coming for 10 tricep dips. Really noticing that you want to get your elbows, that they're perpendicular to the bench. Okay. So I don't want to go too far forward. All right. And trying to get to 90 as best as I can without having any pulling or grunting. Okay. So 10 of those. You're going to keep yourself fairly close to the bench to achieve that open chest. Shoulders will roll slightly forward, but we're opening our chest, keeping our rib cage stacked. So hips are creasing and noticing if you're jetting your neck. Okay, so try and find that focal point where you notice if your head is doing any work. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Good. Nice work. And then what you're going to do is finish off with 10 push-ups. Good. That'll be your finale today. 10 push-ups. Good work. Take a moment and just recover. We did a lot of movement today. I want you to find the position that helps you to find recovery today. Noticing it might be shoulder clocks might feel really good after all that shoulder work we just did. That will feel really good. A child's pose with lats, right? Any kind of hip opening will feel good, but I feel shoulder clocks could really nail all that in and then lay down. So a reminder on shoulder clocks. Again, I always give you permission to let your body lead, but if you need a little bit of guidance, here's a great place. Remembering we're trying to surrender, not go into sticky points. We're just leaning into the edge of them to help them relax. Child's pose with lat stretches and reaching side to side are really nice. Again, I would rest my head here just to make it feel like I'm not pulling, I'm no more doing work. You're just inviting relaxation, surrendering after finishing the stress cycle, noticing how good it feels to have been through and survived on the other side. What do you feel like, right? All this cool new feeling in your body, noticing subtle relaxation and what it feels like so you can really know what to look for in your body today. Really taking this time to absorb lessons that you have learned about yourself, how maybe your energy is feeling today, and how can I show up for myself today in knowing how I'm feeling and knowing what's ahead and setting some really good, clear intentions. Taking a moment of gratitude for yourself that you get to be here right now, that you get to do burpees, that you can do them, that they feel like this on the other side. That you know strategies to help you find relaxation, that you know your body, that you're connected to your body, that you understand its wisdom. What a gift. What a tool. How lucky you are to have this body. You're doing such a great job. I want you to take as long as you need there until you feel ready.